Hi there, good morning. It's great to see you again today for Midweek Morning Encouragement. My name is John Tracy, and I'm just glad we can spend a few minutes together here at the start of another Wednesday. I wonder this morning if you would characterize or, just describe your life situation right now as being a struggle. That it's really hard, really difficult. You got a tough row to hoe. Maybe you're just dealing with one problem after another problem. Frustration after frustration. And I realize that when I ask that question, that's a pretty, general, broad brush that could include a lot of different things circumstantially. Like maybe for you, it's a struggle between health and sickness, or a struggle with your attitude to just choose joy in the midst of chaos on a moment-by-moment basis, or some relational conflict, or, maybe what you would say is that, man, what I'm going through is an outright struggle between good and evil. I don't know if you've thought much about this before, but I'd actually like to remind you that really all of our struggles in this life are rooted back to the age-old conflict between good and evil. And as we're entering into the heart of the Christmas season, I've been thinking a lot about how, even right there at the beginning of the Christmas story is this same struggle between good and evil. Literally conflict between life and death. And I want to read for you a few portions this morning from Matthew chapter 2, starting in verse 1. Where it says, "Now, after Jesus was born in Bethlehem of Judea in the days of Herod the king, behold, wise men from the east came to Jerusalem, saying, 'Where is he who has been born King of the Jews? For we saw his star when it rose, and have come to worship him.' When Herod the king heard this, he was troubled, and all Jerusalem with him. And assembling all the chief priests and scribes of the people, he inquired of them where the Christ was to be born. They told him, 'In Bethlehem of Judea. For so it is written by the prophet.'" And I'm going to skip down to verse 7. "Then Herod summoned the wise men secretly and ascertained from them what time the star had appeared." He wanted to know that detail specifically. "And he sent them to Bethlehem, saying, 'Go and search diligently for the child, and when you have found him, bring me word that I too may come and worship him.' After listening to the king, they went on their way, and behold, the star that they had seen when it rose went before them until it came to rest over the place where the child was. And when they saw the star, they rejoiced exceedingly with great joy. And going into the house, they saw the child with Mary his mother, and they fell down and worshipped him. Then, opening their treasures, they offered him gifts, gold and frankincense and myrrh. And being warned in a dream not to return to Herod, they departed to their own country by another way." And then next we learn in the text that an angel came and visited Joseph in a dream and told him to flee with Mary and Jesus to hide in Egypt. But then I want you to listen to what Herod does next in verse 16. It says, "Then Herod, when he saw that he had been tricked by the wise men, he became furious, and he sent and killed all the male children in Bethlehem and in all that region who were 2 years old and under, according to the time that he had ascertained from the wise men." Unbelievable. That King Herod became so furious when he realized that the wise men had outwitted him that he literally sent soldiers to kill all the boys in and around Bethlehem who were 2 years old and under. And he based that on the date that the wise men had given him for when the star had first appeared. I mean, what a horrific act of genocide. See, we're not the first generation of humans to experience grave evil in the world. Evil is real, and it manifests itself in many different ways. But every evidence of murder and death and abuse, hatred, violence, sickness, cancer, on and on and on. All of these things are evidence of the evil work of Satan. His evil presence first entered the world and seduced humanity back in Genesis 3. And it was also at that time when humans first had the knowledge and understanding of what good and evil really was. And it's been that way ever since. We know that the world is broken. We feel the presence of evil all around us, and we experience its effects in our daily struggles in a myriad of different ways. But here's the thing I want to encourage you with about this morning. As followers of the Lord Jesus Christ, his incarnation work at the first Christmas when he set aside the glories of heaven and came down to be born in human flesh, and then his redemptive substitution work on the cross when he paid the debt of sin that you and I deserve to pay, and even his ongoing sanctifying work that we experience right now as his children while he makes us more and more like him. All of these are proofs that good will overcome evil. Jesus is actively working to fix all that was broken in Genesis 3, and he's going to eliminate every evidence of evil and banish it forever. So wherever there's evidence of evil or struggle in your life today, I want to say to you, don't give up. Don't get discouraged. Don't give in, because what we learned from evil King Herod is that no matter how wicked the evil may be, it will pass. Herod is long gone and nobody cares anymore what he thinks about anything. His influence died with him. And the same thing is going to eventually happen to every single element and persona of evil that has ever existed. It will all pass away. Jesus has already defeated sin in the grave, and he will eliminate the very presence of all evil in the end. And so again, no matter what you're facing today, keep marching forward with Jesus Christ, because his movement will not be stopped. He's already marched invincibly through every human kingdom and civilization and generation up until now, and he's just going to keep on doing that. Hey, I've read the end of the Bible, and here's what I know. Jesus wins in the end, and when he wins, we win with him. And so I want to encourage you to just keep following Jesus today, friend, that no matter what obstacles you may face, Jesus wins. Just like it says in Romans 12:21, do not be overcome by evil, but overcome evil with good. Keep trusting him moment by moment for the grace and power to do exactly that. And I'll look forward to seeing you again next week for more Midweek Morning Encouragement.